like CBC Yangchen was a novel, and I I gotta say I really enjoy it. I mean, okay, for common plot, to recap, like the dawn of Yangchen, Yangchen has pretty much locked up some the first combustion benders and and had a guy go missing and pretended, oh, the spirits, and sadly Kavik, due to having some loyalty towards his brother who was fighting it back, who well, his brother was apparently with a villain who plays a major role in this story, I believe a Fire Nation woman named Chise, and and such, and well, Kavik at the end of Donna Yangchen after being sort of banned from Team Avatar. Well, she okay, no, okay, he gets recruited by the White Lotus as a sort of information gatherer. Now, when we get into the plot, Yangchen has to take care of some business things and has to roll around the business so that the people can so that they can cover the damages and, well, you know, get the rich people to do what they rarely should be doing their money, and like using it to help the people and such. And eventually she would go go visit the Northern Wild Tribe, and not just to, well, get well get the Wild Tribe chief at the time to help, but also meditated at the little pool, that spirit pool from the season 1 finale of Avatar: The Last Airbender. You know, the ones where the koi fish, who are the moon and ocean spirits, tree and lava, and, well, just remember to watch Avatar once in a while. So she meditates there to basically try to find her sister Jensen, whose spirit is basically trapped in the Valley of the Lost. You know, that spirit mist that traps you and puts you and such. Yeah, you remember that from Legend of Korra, and how it kind of helps Tensen's character development in that Zhao cameo. And so she attempts to get sister back, and she sort of almost gets trapped by it herself, and thankfully Kavik, who just happened to be in the Water Tribe for the moment after some White Lotus training, and because, well, they need him to get information from the Avatar for about those combustion benders. I know though they called me unanimity, but I'm just gonna go with combustion benders. So Kavik's able to help save Ying-Chan from being trapped in the spirit mist, and then they eventually go to the Northern Water, the Northern Air Temple, and, well, things get very bad. A combustion bender gets killed. Oh, no, he escapes, and, well, the Zhao, whatever, well, that rich guy, he dies, and so does another convention bender. Well, probably two, but spoiler alert. Well, one of the men actually lives because Yangchen wants to know about combustion benders of airbending, which kind of makes sense for when Aang fought Sparky Boo Man in his first appearance. You know, Sparky Boo Man. I guess I just had to say it. So basically, Yangchen leaves the Hess and Kavik and the rest of their team Avatar. Well, they have to go to, well, including one named Dejori, who I think along with the good that one good the expression bender Yingsu. Well, I would just look at her but get to expand a bit on their characters. And I think that's what I'm kind of missing. Why the show that why at least the original Avatar show appealed more to me. Well, still kind of appeals more to me than the books because, well, more character for the side casts. And okay, so basically Yingchen and naturally, as I kind of predicted with the betrayal and Kavik sort of having to do work for the White Lotus, which, well, that were against some dark sides of them, makes me see why. Okay, what was his name again? Sahir. Oh yeah, why explains some of why Sahir was what Sahir was. Well, probably his own character thing with how he was once a member of well, supposedly a member of the White Lotus. I forget, but he, well, it would eventually would turn into his Shankona and how he would end up finding the Red Lotus. And okay, and so so I know that Yangchen and Kavik have to sort of bit of rocks, especially since Kalan comes in and tries to say, "Hey, don't force my brother into doing your doing your stuff." And this was just after they have that sort of Fenry moment, like oh god, we did that. It's like such, and then it was a real shit moment. Along with the fact that they're serious, that they had sure they're not necessarily sleep in the same bed, but are sharing a room in a wedding suite, no doubt. You know, roommates. Oh god, they were roommates. Oh, this really pulls up my shit being hard. Another reason I want there to be a third book. Confirmation that avatars can attract men as well as women. I mean, I know. I mean, with Kyoshi and what they did with Korra, we should have an avatar who attracts men, not just for, well, me wanting to know if an avatar can be a mother and still be a good avatar, but also know that that's an avatar. Yeah, we can. Well, Avatar Boy XI went one in the Avatar B. Alright. You know. And, well, naturally. And it also turns out that the Earth King at the time mentioned he likes to go into the skies to check on the things, like as if he were a peasant, which I almost think is good reference to the Earth, how after the events of Book 2, the Earth King of that time, well, went around, going around as a local countryman with his beer. Bosco did not deserve to be eaten. I just have to say that. Which I think it's nice, especially since he kind of, figured out, that the explosions were not necessarily caused the spirits, but actual bending. And I know that Yangchen had to play sort of political game, like a sort of pie show game with the characters, like he thought it is gambling a game called Spare Bones of a guy, which I think is just basically a sort of Modern Tiles with, and it's no he's sort of easy cheating with waterbending, and he does the same and just wins all the money when Yangchen's staff, since Yangchen had to sell her own staff as a way to get people. So it was like, hey, we got to donate money to help the poor, and we're going to use our own funds. And she was willing not to get her staff back, but she got her staff back anyway, especially since it was given to her by her sister, and, made by her sister, so she has an emotional attachment, even though airman should not really have emotional attachment and such. So, and through these games, yes, she's able to turn the tables on Chisei. Okay, and soon, when it's all done, Chisei's on the one with Kalan and her baby. And by the way, Kalan's the father of her baby. And Chisei is supposedly Fire Nation, and despite the fact that I can't determine whether or not she's a firebender, and Kalan's definitely a waterbender, we officially have a baby mimicking steam ship. We have a steam baby. I'd probably be more excited if this was, main characters I follow throughout the show, the story, and I got a strong connection to, but maybe that's just my wish being granted by the monkey's paw. I swear, I don't want to use wishes with the monkey's paw. I stay away from that. Either way, it ends up here on the one, and then, and also, during the story, they visited the island where they train the characters and find 2 survivors, and one is not very good at the confessions bending, and because his actions and trying to kill Yangchen, not only did he see him dead, but so does Yangchen's bison. They killed off a bison in this book. I mean, the bison Kiyoshi rode in the first novel, it eventually left her, was originally belonged to an airbender master who, died, but no, the airbender bison died. Oh, that was a sad animal death, and it wasn't frightening since Yangchen's still affected by this, and along with how she will finally be able to get through its spirit mess and find her sister and get out, she really has that character thing that really helps influence a little something she said the Aang in a spirit motion comic that's supposed to be Aang's story about him coming back to consciousness. Yes, there was sort of a motion comic. Supposedly it was more like an anime or a video game scene. It did come with a sort of video game you played on the Nick website. Either way, they, when she said, the conversation was, Aang asked her, why can't the Avatar just be this big spirit and be forever and not just be, well, a bunch of people, well, one person, it's different people for every era, and Yang Yangchen has to say that, well, the Avatar has to be human because they know emotions, the good and the negative, and it really helps try to bring balance. And with it, how Yangchen has a sort of control money in the end, but after she kicks, well, puts Chasey on the run, and she has to control the flow of money and such. So it really also brings forth the conversation she would have it ending during the finale, where Aang decides to talk with his past lives about what he should do, and he thinks he's gonna, and Yang Chen has to tell him that sometimes you can't follow your duties have to come before your spiritual needs. So you might. So it's a suggestion that he would have to try to kill the Avatar before, well, until he learns spirit bending, and there it does seem like a sort of implication that she might have killed the evil and combustion bender, but it's also true, like, he might have done it to himself. And I should note that the last, beside the whole Yangchen being able to talk with her conversation, that reflected in that conversation, the escape from the spirit world thing, well, sort of motion comic that told Aang, well, after our escape from the spirit world, watch it if you can find it. It is it's sort of a medical sort of reflection parallel to the thing where she was alone, and then now she's got someone meditating with her. She was able to get through and help someone get who ended up getting infected with spirit get out. Yes, Kovac met him to her, and Sora got infected with him as spirit, and she rescued him. But she didn't do the same for her sister Jetson because, well, Jetson, well, she decided to stay and help the people who were also trapped there. So, at least the two got closure, and also the story sort of ends with Yang Chen. Well, it ends with because of suggesting that he get out of this game and try to become a healer. I mean, light meal healers, which is nice, because especially after the Force, well, patriarchy and the sort of sexism is in the Waterbending Master. But I think he can still do it, especially when Yang Chen accesses him to stay and, well, be by her side. Okay, even if she can be confirmed asexual, well, it is probably asexual. I still ship her and Kavik, and, well, I would want a third book to see these two really get together romantically and such. You know. So, yeah, it was really nice reading the Avatar Chronicles, if people demanded it, I will probably do something I probably would do in like long read reviews of the books, like what Crimson Rogue does. And well, I will have to work on my. Well, at this time, I'm working on. I'm gonna get some stories about some videos about tropes up, and uh well and I'm gonna get ready to do those Steel Bill Wrong vlogs. Oh wait, I have to finish Stone Ocean in 6 more episodes. Oh.